together in open societies and democratic societies. Democracy is not only an end in itself, it is the means of citizens to flourish. So, can AI help us to resolve the problems of a large democracy like India? And can it help resolve problem of a distant state, inadequate citizen participation, non-literacy, poverty, ill health, etc.? So we're going to be discussing that. So what are the positive aspects of democracy in digital age? It can ensure good governance, good government, ensure and enforce participation and accountability through not ensure but enforce participation and accountability through an effective right to information (RTI). AI knows everyone's preferences, views, and needs and can provide inputs into policy, and it can improve legitimacy of the state through participation and accountability. Now, AI can identify fraud and corruption and can flag and remove biased reporting and misleading information. Right? It can gather votes online, eliminating travel to polling stations and EVMs. Caliber of decision making improves because of constant monitoring. So, when a government loses confidence in legislatures, AI can automatically call for elections. Voters no longer only cast votes, they are consulted on every issue. Right? Now, talking about, and also we can use proportional representation instead of first past the post. Now, our country will resemble early forms of direct democracy. AI brings us in direct touch with state institutions and our fellow citizens, solves small problems, right? Offers advice based on early research to the court, warns politicians when their support base dwindles, and encourages lazy voters to make up their minds, conduct census and elections. So it can help bring people together. It can make democracy inclusive, bring people together through social media, help arbitrate between diverse opinions, build up consensus, inform government policy by representing ends, needs, give voice to the marginalized, and AI has provided a new platform to foster deliberative democracy. Now it's a double-edged sword. Citizens have now become both the users of and providers of data, from where they shop, their preferences, their budgets, what they watch, how they interact with other people, and their opinions expressed through WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, and their voting choices. They are the knower and the known. The rights to privacy and to autonomy, basic to democracy, have been compromised. Now, civil society occupies a metaphorical space between household, market, and state. So, market, profit oriented, state obsessed with power, civil society, domain of discussion and deliberation. So deliberation has various benefits. Talking about problems avoids violence and conflict. Speaking to unknown others reinforces their status as people who count. Objective of civil society is not to take over state power. It is to bring people together in a deliberative community, the substantive form of democracy. Political figures and trade unionists not encouraged to be members. Now, in India, civil society emerges after the lifting of the emergency in 1977. PUCL, PUDR, civil liberty organizations were formed, and women's movement, Dalits, farmers, gay, lesbian, transgenders mobilized in the desire to be recognized. Now, digital interconnectedness was expected to usher in great understanding among people by bringing them together to hope that it would enhance political participation and representation of greater sections of the people and the representation of the marginalized. This mode of communication accomplished this to some extent, but had significant effects of not wholly significant effects not wholly conducive to democracy. Now, social media advantages. It expanded the source and analysis of information, expected to provide an antidote to the class interests of the journalists and the capitalist owners, the gatekeepers of information. Owners, editors have been sidelined by new sites of arguments and opinions. Now, there is also a flow of misinformation. So, information seeking behavior has been regarded as the strongest political tool of citizens asking for accountability from the state. Two ways of killing knowledge: censor or burn books, or give to the people an information overload, which is currently happening, as you all know, in today's digital age. A new explosion, questionable social media posts and hundreds of thousands of fake videos have exploded onto the digiscape, leads to polarization, communal tensions, and violence. Digital literacy the right to meant the right to access and analyze information, reflect and act to make the world better. But now, due to information overload, simplistic explanations appeal to people, and we saw this during COVID when unchecked information flows, unsubstantiated claims, and conspiracy theories